Okay, so this is part 4. So this is the final part. So we've done the index blade, we have done the create blade. Now we're going to work on the edit blade and the show blade. And then I think, oh, we've got, yeah, that's it. So we just got 2 more things to create. So the first thing we need to do is in our posts folder, which is this one here, we need to right click, add new file. This time we are going to call it edit.blade.php, like that. And then in this one, we are going to basically create the page so that we can display a form that will allow us to edit the blog post that is edited. So we are going to do same thing again, app layout, and we're going to close it like that. And then we're going to do x slot actually no, like that, name, like that. I'm going to set that to be header. So a lot of this we will be repeating. So as we go through, let's close that off. I always forget to do that. And then we're going to have a H2 class, and we're going to have it called font. And we're going to set it to be semi-bold, and we're going to have text that is extra large, and we're going to have text that is grey, and we're going to have it to be 800. And then we're going to have leading again. And we're going to close that, close that. Okay, so then we're going to have edit. Got my edit post. Good. Then we're going to come out of our H2, come out of our X slot, just like that. So then we are going to have, I'm just looking because I think we can steal some of this from the create blade. So we're going to have this. Yes, I'm just looking to see what we need to keep. So we can have this background color 200, if statement, if session status, yeah, disk class alert success, yeah, and then we're going to have session end, session status even, we're going to close that div, we're going to close that and if, we're going to, yeah, we'll keep it from there. We'll copy that, paste all of that into our edit blade. So we are at the point of at end if. So I've just taken this section from the create blade, but I could have also taken it from the index page blade, but I've just taken it from closer. I'm just going to unclick on that one. We'll edit the formatting later, we'll sort that bit out. So then we're at the at end if. So now we need to do form action equals, I'm going to do posts. Yeah, just I think posts / 2 of the curly braces, dollar post, no post that time, ID, so like that. And then we're going to close the curly braces like that, close the speed marks, and then we're going to have method being close off the form. Then we are going to have at CSRF, spell that right? Yep, that's right. And then we're going to have at method, I had to put that in capitals, that's what I've done. So CS, say that, at method equals put. And then what do that we have a div class equals similar to what we've already done, form group. And this is going to have a label for post title. Close the label. Then we're going to have input type. Let's just make it a little bit. Put that equal to text. And then we're going to name of that is going to be title. The class that is going to be equal to form control. And then we're going to have a value that is equal to, this time we're going to make it equal to the post title. I can spell it right. Like that. Then we're going to close the div, which we have got there, and we're going to have another div. Now, I'm going to copy this div here. It's the one we've just written, paste it underneath, and I'm going to just change things. So I'm just going to check that I've spelled title right. There we go. That's what I need. And then we've got div class form group. We can keep that the same. Label for, this time we want post body. And then input type, we're not going to have this section this time. We're going to change this one slightly. So we're going to have, let's do it. So we're going to have text area. That the name is going to be body. The class is going to be form control. But before we get there, we're going to have ID equals. Then we're going to have calls equals 30. Then we're going to have rows equal. Then we've got our class form control. Then in terms of the value, we don't need that value part, so we get rid of that. We just close off that like that. We don't need the speech marks there, so we've got close off like that. We have post body, and then close off those speech marks because we don't need them, and we just close off the text area. So let's just double check we've got that correct. So text area, name equals body, ID is blank, calls is 30, rows is 10, class equals form control, close your speech marks, close off that section, double curly braces, dollar post, assign that the value of title, double curly braces, post, oh sorry, body, yeah, assign it the value of body, double curly braces, close off text area. That's good. Then we've got the div. And then I'm going to borrow this div again, this section, so I don't have to keep typing everything. Programmers get lazy. Paste it underneath. We're going to keep the class the same. So we've closed off the div to belong to that class area, the text area. So div class form group, label for, and we're going to change this to published at. Label is good. Input type, we're going to have date. Name is going to be published at. Class is going to be form control. The value is going to be date. Then we're going to have curly brace. Of that, y, d, and then we're going to close that speech mark first, and then we're going to close. We're going to comma it, sorry, and we're going to go strtime, string to time, and then we're going to open up another set of braces, and we're going to have dollar post, and that's going to be assigned to published at. And then we're going to close the curly brace, two normal braces, close the two curly braces, close the appendix, close the section. So let's check all of that. So input type should be date, name should be published at, class should be form control, value should be open your speech marks, curly braces twice, date, open normal braces, single quotation, YMD, single quotation, comma, STRT, OTIME, open normal brace, dollar post, assign that to the value of published at, two curly braces, two normal braces, two curly braces. Close off your speech marks and then close off this section. Done. So close the div, that's fine. The last thing we need to do is we need a button. Now I'm not going to bother copying this, I'm just going to put button, type, equals, submit. Class is going to be equal to btn bt primary, close that, that. Gonna have the word submit in the middle, close off that. And then we're going to check. So we closed off as form, we're going to close off a div, to close off another div. 1, 2, 3. So we should have 4 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we close off our Axe layout. So I'm just going to copy it. Well, not copy it. I'm going to highlight it all, right click, format selection. There we go. Save that. So that is the edit blade completed. So we have one more to do, and this one is the show blade. So this is the one that will basically display the post that we've created. So let's check it works first. So we've just done the edit blade. So I'm just going to stop my XAMPP from running because it's been running for a while. I just want to refresh it. So I'm going to stop it from running. I'm going to hit the start again. And then I'm going to go to PHP mapping. That's loading up there. So there's my travel blog. It's all there. Everything's fine. Not touched anything with that. So I'll push that back over there. Then I'm going to just go to PHP artisan serve. I'll just make sure everything's working. So I'm going to click on here. That has loaded up here. Go /home. Looks okay to me. Let's create post. So we need to register. So I can't remember. It'll remember me. So we'll do register. Fish sticks. Fish. Yep. Oh no, it was home I wanted. So let's do Marge. Marge. Password. Yep. Logged in. So let's go back to home. Create post. Test. Test. Published art, we'll do today. Now, we've just done the edit. If I click on edit, right, we have an error. This is what I wanted to check. So, view post dot show. Okay, that's an okay error because we've not actually created the post one yet. So the post, what's it called that we're going to create? Show.blade.php hasn't been created yet, so that's an okay error. I'm fine with that. So let's just minimize that. Let's stop it from running. And let's actually create the show.blade. So in post again, we're going to create a new folder. So click on post, click new file. We're going to have this one called show.blade.php. And then in here we are, now I think we can get away with copying all the way to, let's check it. So let's do the create blade again. So I think we can get away with copying all of that. We'll change the name. Class is going to be the PY12. That's all the same. The shadow is going to be all the same. At if session status is the same. Alert success is the same. Session status is the same. Yeah, we're going to go all the way to the end. That one. And I'm going to copy it and I'm going to put it in my show upload like that. We'll sort the formatting later. The only thing I need to change is this is going to be post. And I think everything else is the same. So we're good to just keep going with that. We might find an error as we go through. So we're at the end at if. Now we're going to do H2. I'm going to set this to have the value of dollar post title, like that. And then we're going to close the H2. Then we are going to have a P that goes published at. And then we're going to steal the date and time. But date, that one, Y, D, close that, and we're going to do comma, STRTOTIME, steal that one, and then we're going to close that, open a new one, sorry, post, published. And then we're going to close the curly braces, it's not close the single braces, close the curly braces, and we're going to close the P. Then we are going to have a break in the line. So we're going to put a BR in like that. Then we're going to have a new div, sorry. So we're going to have a div, and we're going to have dollar post body. And then we're going to close that div off. Then we're going to have another div closed off. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to close off the XAMPP layout. And I'm just going to highlight it and I'm going to format my code. There we go. And I'm just going to double check everything. Yeah, looks good to me. Let's save it. Now, we need to save all files. So I'm going to go File and just check Save All is grayed out. That means all my files are saved. Then I'm going to go to PHP Artisan Serve. And now, if it remembers me, I hope it does, it's creating my post, good. So now if we go to show post, it'll show my post. Then if we go back, so we've got to go back to home every time. If I go to edit, I can edit my post. I think. Not quite yet, okay, that's fine. I know why. Posts. And if I go to home, I can delete. Perfect. Create a new post. Test. Okay. It's there. We can see it. Perfect. Go back. Edit, it's a bit dodgy. I think that's coming up in the next bit. Edit and delete. Working. Perfect. That is the end of the general, like, creating the blog. So I'm going to do another video, I think I'm going to try and do it in one, which is editing the blog, which lets you post comments on the blog and make sure that you can actually edit the blog as well. So that one is part 4. That is the end of completing the official blog section. And then in the next video, we'll look at editing the blog. So that's it for now. See you in part 5, I guess.